Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo
Namaskaram. Today I am going to chant Canto 48 of Narayaneeyam, Release of Nalakubara and Manigriva. मुदासुरौगैस्तव मुदारसम्मदैर् उद्दीर्य दामोदर इत्यभिष्टुतः मृदूधरः स्वैरमुलूखले लगनदूरतो त्वौ ककुबावृदैक्षताः. As the gods in exuberant joy hailed thee as Damodara, one with a cord around the waist, thou whose tender belly was tightly tied to the mortar, didst see close by a pair of trees of the Kakuba species. कुबेरसूनुर् नलकुबराभिदः परो मणिग्रीव इति प्रततां गतः महेशसेवातिगत श्रियोनुन्मदौ चिरं किल त्वदीमुखावकेलताम्. Two sons of Kubera, one known as Nalakubara and the other famed as Manigriva, had once attained to great prosperity through the worship of Shiva, and infatuated with pride of wealth, they lived a life of utter sensuality in complete forgetfulness of thee. सुरापगायां किल तौ मदोत्कटौ सुरापगायद्वहु यौवतावृतौ विवाससौ केलिपरौ स नारदो भवत्पदैकप्रवणो निरैक्षत. Sage Narada, famous for his deep devotion to thee, happened to meet these two in a state of intoxication, surrounded by young damsels singing under the influence of liquor and indulging stark naked in water sports in the sacred Ganges. प्रिया प्रिया लोकमुपातवाससं पुरो निरीक्ष्यापि मदान्धचेतसो इमौ भवद्भक्त्युपशान्तिसिद्धये मुनिर्जगौ शान्तिमृते कुतः सुखम्. At the approach of the sage, the women, out of fear and respect, put on their robes, but these two, despite their example, continued to sport in nakedness, oblivious as they were of all sense of propriety owing to intoxication. So the sage, in order that they might have devotion to thee and peace of mind, thereby pronounced a curse on them. For how can there be happiness without peace of mind? युवां वाप्तौ ककुबात्मतां चिरं हरिं निरीक्ष्यातपदं समाप्नुतम् इति ऋतौ तौ भवदीक्षणस्पृहां गतौ व्रजान्ते ककुबौ बभूवतुः. You shall become Kakuba trees for a long period, and afterwards, when you contact Hari at the time he incarnates, you shall be restored to your old state. Being thus cursed by the sage, they became the two Kakuba trees of Vraja and awaited there in eagerness to see thee. अतन्द्रमिन्द्रद्रग्युगं तथाविधं समेयुषामन्तरगामिना त्वया तिरायितो लूखलरोदनिर्दुतौ चिराय जीर्णौ परिपातितौ तरु. To these two trees did thou move slowly in spite of being tired of the mortar, and on thy pulling that wood and mortar. Crosswise between these two old and decaying trees, they shook violently and fell down. अभाजिशाखी द्वितयं यदा त्वया तदैव तदगर्भतलाननिरेयुषा महात्विषायक्षयुगेन तदक्षणादबाजीपोविन्दभवानपि स्तवैः. O Govinda, as soon as thou did fell, the two trees there emerged from their core two yakshas of great radiance, who immediately greeted thee with a hymn. इहान्यभक्तो अपि समेषति क्रमात् भवन्तमेतौ खलु रुद्रसेवकौ मुनिप्रसादादभवदङ्गदृग्मागतौ गतौ वृणानौ खलु भक्तिमुक्तमाम्. In this world, even those devoted to other gods ultimately come to thee. In the case of these two votaries of Rudra, they were led by sage Narada's grace to thy feet, and now they departed to their realm after praying for devotion to thee for a boon. ततस्तरुद्धारणदारुणारव प्रकम्पि सम्पातिनी गोपमण्डले विल्लजितत्वजननी मुखे क्षिणा व्यमोक्षी नन्देन भवान् विमोक्षदः. Hearing the terrific sound caused by the falling trees, the whole community of Gopas came running to the spot. Then thy father Nanda, who cast a meaningful glance at the repentant face of thy mother, released thee, who releasest all from the bonds of samsara. महीरुहोर्मध्यगतो बतार्बको हरेः प्रभावादपरीक्ष्यतो अधुना इति ब्रुवाणैर्गमितो गृहं भवान् मरुत्तपुराधीशर पाहि मां गदात्. The Lord's grace alone has saved the child who was entangled between the falling trees, remarked the Gopas. O Lord of Guruvayur, thou who were carried into the house by them, with such words be pleased to save me from my ailments. So the Canto 48 is completed. I'll be back with Canto 49 the coming week. Till then, Hari Om Tat Sat, Hari Om Tat Sat.